Yes, we're on! Jermaine Pennant.
What a fucking guest this is, isn't it?
He does not have a fucking clue who we are.
No, it's not a clue. He was disgusted when he walked in the door, wasn't he?
What was he asked you to go and get him a drink?
Go get a coffee, stupid.
How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, you're looking great.
Mate, we actually found out we done a podcast yesterday and we done interviews. Nicknames Panino.
Was it Perino?
What a player you must be to get nicknamed that, eh?
Who gave you that nickname?
That was when I first went to Arsenal.
Was it?
So I was in the youth team. Panino.
Steve Bold.
No, that was like our youth team first. So it would have been like Graham Stack.
Oh, mate, he's a Graham Stack story.
I remember once in Marbella, he'd just do any bet. If you say, yeah, I'll give you €100, £100, he'll do anything you want. He jumped in the Bay Marina, fully naked, got out and said, yeah, just for €50. Jumping in Marina, it's like in prime time as well. And
What, taught 7 bills at night?
€50.
Yeah, just for €50.
Guys played in the Premier League.
Yeah. But he's jumped in. And he's got a little dangle, you know. He's got a little weapon. Yeah, he's got a little. Yeah. We used to call it floppy. So he'd always have it out, just flopping about.
Was Ben Chorley in that team?
Ben Chorley's my year. Yeah.
What a guy, Chors, mate. Played him at Portsmouth.
Yeah, Chorley. Then we had Bentley as well.
Mate, David Noble.
Yeah, Nobes.
Mate, I'm a madman. But what a player he was. Played against him when he was at Cheltenham. What a football player.
Was that that was meant to be tipped to some youth team, that wasn't it? That Arsenal
That
team?
was my year and the year above was
amazing.
We won the FA Youth Cup back to back that year.
Was it carnage every day?
It was a good bunch of lads. Yeah, they used to tout Nobes as like Burkamp.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's how you be live up to the line.
No, mate, he can play. But he just doesn't give a fuck.
No interest. Zero interest. It's crazy.
How did the older boys at Arsenal take to all you boys? Terrorised? Winterburn must have got terrorised, surely.
He hated it. Do you know when the fresh young blood? Yeah, do you know when that? He's like, oh, fucking this kid's coming. Let me just have that you.
With the Puma Kings on it.
But you'd think, say what, mate? You're rubbish.
Would you terrorise because you'd be right mid? Winterburn be right back. Would you terrorise her?
Yeah, and the thing is, the manager, to one point, started putting me against Ashley.
Oh.
Ashley Cole, yeah. So I thought,
See, just before we go back into that, when was the last time you were in Glasgow? Was it the Steven Gerrard match?
Yes, the Legends, Liverpool versus Rangers Legends.
How was the night after that?
Well, it was fantastic.
Quiet, wasn't it? Very quiet.
I ended up at someone's house, I have no idea. But I had a
Do you
great
remember
night.
the area? Like, do you remember what the area was called?
No, I was just driving for a while.
Nothing, wasn't it?
That's ledge, man. But also, exclusive, nearly signed for Celtic.
Yes, it was. I can't remember the year, but I know it was Brendan Rodgers. I think it was when my contract was coming to an end at Stoke, and we was in talks with Celtic. But I think someone else signed, so that deal kind of dropped off.
Is that something you would have liked to have done and play with?
Yeah, I love experience and going different things. Hence why I went to Spain, and I thought Celtic would have been perfect at that time in my career. It was to sample the rivalry with Rangers and Scottish football. I thought something that I could look forward to, and again, it's not far from home.
Did you speak to Rodgers now?
No, I didn't speak to him. My agent did.
Oh, your agent did. But he's also on trial with your dad, Neil Lennon's dad.
So he's my man.
Yeah,
he was mental, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How did you just get on with
Do you know what? We got on well. He's a great
guy, Lennon.
Yeah, he's a really good guy.
So was that at Hibs?
And that was Hibs, yeah. I was there for about 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they put me in an apartment.
Mate, what is up with clubs making people go on trial for fucking 6 weeks?
I was
6 weeks. Surely they can tell you after a week.
No, it was pre-season. It was pre-season, so I'd done pre-season to get fit, and we played a few games over pre-season. Stayed in Edinburgh, which is lovely.
That's good. Isn't it?
And everything was going amazing, but I think the funds, they came with an offer. I was like, fuck it.
You started laughing, didn't you?
Like, Jesus Christ.
That travel expenses.
Am I cleaning boots? What are you paying for? To clean the stuff boots or what? I'm thinking, Jesus. So I was like, went back to I'll have a think about it. I was like, oh, Neil, it's a bit wee. And then, so look, I'll try and go to the board. So I went back and I said, look, the reason is because we need positions. We need like a striker, or we really need certain positions. So at the minute, this is all we can do, and we can't budge. And I was like, well, where's my car?
I've never loved to see your face when you see that offer coming in.
But it was 50 quid a week. He was getting on it. He was the manager. What was it, 250 a week? That for you?
Do you know what? I swear it was in the hundreds. It was.
What a hero, man. As I say, you've
I
never
felt violated.
You've never met us, like, there's a lot of similarities we used to.
Wingers,
Kind of rough areas that you used to grow up in.
God.
Promising, horny wingers. He was the same.
What are you a horny winger when you were younger? Like,
Mate, what do you mean when he was younger? He still is, man. But, oi.
I've had it snipped.
Lower club got a big move. He was the same. He was at Motherwell, got a big move to Celtic. Both he's made an arse it, but got hand as a bird.
and really good looking.
Both really good looking.
Yeah, I can see
There
that.
you go. So wait, it started out in Nottingham. I've heard it was rough.
Yeah. Well, some
But we're
parts.
talking just like council estate.
Yeah, exactly that. So it was just drugs, crime, gang like warfare with other estates.
Were you involved with that, mate?
I was never involved, but all my friends and family was in the thick of it. So because of my football, they would always kind of guard me and not let me get involved in misdemeanors when there was going on there. Late night, excursions.
So what, like your best mates we're talking about here? Proper gang?
Yeah. And obviously, I didn't know, but my dad obviously told the younger generation, said, look, when you're going to go do whatever you're doing, just make sure my son don't come with you.
What did you mean? You didn't know? When did you find out that?
I found out later on in life, about 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, no one ever told me. And I was always wondering when I was young, I was like, why
don't
the
like
boys
me.
not letting me come out? Like, they don't like me no more. Like, why? And then it was later on, said,
But your dad, what a hero.
Yeah, obviously they looked up to because you get the generation and the elders look up to the elders, and my dad was obviously, selling drugs at the time as well.
Was he?
Oh yeah. Because I grew up. That's how I grew up. So to me, it was the norm. It was nothing seeing that drug dealers and people would come in and deals getting done. It was nothing. It was all normal to me. And then obviously, as my dad's now a builder, he's obviously changed his life. So yeah.
His dad used to sell Viagra, didn't he?
Viagra, he still does. Still does. He's
Got his
mad.
number.
But there was a thing when you were 14, was it your pal got stabbed?
Yeah. It was in a other area which, conflict with. And it was after a night out. We was hanging out, I finished the party about 2 a.m. I was hanging outside of KFC. And then I was inside, some guys were outside, and then just about 10, 15 people came charging. Some gunshots got let off, and one of the guys got stabbed, my mate got stabbed twice in the back, and then they fled, and then everyone else chased. By this time, I was over the counter in KFC.
Did you flip the counter? I had to get it.
I heard this noise, I just jumped out. Yeah, I jumped over there.
Was that just gangs fighting or?
Yeah, just because we was from Meadows area and they was from Radford.
Yeah. So the whole time were you thinking like...
But we was in Radford, so we was in...
Oh, you were in their territory?
He was in their area, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So see, the whole time were you thinking like, I need to get out of this through football?
Well, the thing is, because it's been the conflict between the areas has been since I was born. So you just, like I said, you grow with it. It's just kind of the norm.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, I need to get it. It was more of, don't get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
That's what it was, because you're at 15 or 14, you don't really know too much what's going on. And obviously when you're later, you think, right, I need to distance myself.
And then was it Arsenal who came in, was it 2 million at 15?
15, yeah, I was on my 16th birthday.
2 million, your dad had more than that under the bed, didn't he?
He must have made something like that.
That's crazy.
So had you played first team at this stage?
I played 2 games for Notts County.
Talk us through your debut. I love hearing about debuts. So you're a young kid, does the manager come to you the day before and say, by the way, you're playing tomorrow?
I didn't start, so it was Sam Allardyce. It was a manager at Notts County.
Right.
Did he like tomato sauce in his face?
He's just a redhead, wasn't he? He's a big tomato head. It was a unit, because I was small and skinny, still am, but I was smaller then. I come saying, right, you're going to be involved with the game tomorrow. So come to this, hotel, blah, blah, for pre-match. I was like, okay, cool. I was like shitting myself because I'm playing with grown men. I was only 15 at the time. And then we'll get in the change room. I travel in on my bike.
No chance.
Because I live like 15, 20 minutes away from Meadow Lane. So I'm pedaling on my bike.
What, with the boots in a backpack?
I had I don't think it was JD's a night one. Do you know the JD camera? Yeah. Just the string. Yeah. So I had a Nike one. I had my boots and shit pads in there. Pedaling down, Then park up going, and I'm just sitting off, skinning there me, and then, get ready for the game and come on and I light it up.
No, I didn't just say come on. I liked hearing the fine details. So the Sam said, Jermaine, go and get warmed up.
Yeah, so obviously,
we're
doing the warm up. Said, right, get ready. Yeah, and then as I'm doing my warm up, and I see the big arm come over, and I'm like,
heart going.
Oh shit! Because when you play a youth team, and you play, in the FA Youth Cup, and you play at your own stadium in their stadium.
Yeah.
That experience in itself is like, oh my god, yeah, we're actually playing on the first team's pitch. It's like amazing. But then actually playing for the first team, when he went, I was like, okay.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was just like this little. I was like, right, just play on the wide, just enjoy it. That's what we said. Just enjoy it. And as soon as I'd crossed that line, and I got the ball straight away, and I just ran, took someone on, and then because the fans obviously knew how old I was. And it was like, oh my God, we've got a prospect. This is exciting. So the game was crap. It was wind, it was freezing. So the fans weren't really interested. But then all of a sudden, the fans just came to life when I started, dribbling past players. And that just gave me this massive boost. I just wanted the ball every time.
Yeah.
And I got someone sent off.
Did you? Or just going at them constantly?
Going at them, yeah, a couple of times. And I think he was already booked. And he found me a couple of times. And then once he just took me out and got sent off.
Was your dad at the game?
Yeah. All my mates.
That's brilliant, man.
Are you still at school then?
I was at school, but I didn't do my last year in school. Notts County took me out of school because I didn't want to go to school anyway. So they thought,
were they full time?
Yeah.
So you're a hero on your estate after that debut at 15?
Yeah. It was all in the local Nottingham. Yeah, but the thing is, I think everyone knew in Nottingham that I was destined to be a professional footballer because there was a lot of headlines throughout my career for English schoolboys and whatnot.
See, on Allardyce, could you tell back then, like, would you be able to call back then that Sam Allardyce would go and manage England? Or would you bet?
Not really, no.
How was he very basic?
I don't think he's changed. Yeah. He was just... in training, I can remember first time I trained with them, the first team, I was 14 and was having a five-a-side game. And I've probably went past Ian Enden, one of the defenders, and Barraclough, this guy who's got long hair, went past him and scored. And he stopped the game. He stopped it and went, okay now, he's only 14. And I'm shit myself. I'm like, oh, of course, Havoc. No. And I kind of thought, every time I got a ball down, I just gave it away. But he was just a madman.
Was he? Yeah. Because you see the videos of him dancing at the end.
Yeah.
Was he like that?
Yeah. When he's angry, he's fun manager. But then when he's angry, whoa.
What's the worst you've seen him getting angry?
I can't remember, but I've just seen it. His head just goes red, yeah. And when he shouts, he's like he draws it from the earth. He goes down and goes up. He's just. Did
he ever shout at you?
Do you know what? No, because I was only young, so he kind of, I got away with a lot of things because before my debut with Notts County, I was in the squad to just travel, just to experience it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was 12:30 to meet up, but it was 12. So I come pedaling in on my bike.
Still on the bike.
He's been waiting for half an hour to get him.
So then I go into the changing rooms. I'm sitting there, and then one of the groundsmen stuff said, "What are you doing?" I'm just waiting for the team, which I'm travelling. Gaffer said I'm going to travel. You've missed that one, mate. They've gone.
No.
I just go, wow. You know, just imagine a 15-year-old. Imagine a 50-year-old turning up to his first time to be in the squad and he's not there. I'm just thinking, but he didn't really.
Did he pull you for it now?
Not really. I just said, I thought it was this time. I apologise. And then I was in the squad the next game, and then 2 weeks later I got sold.
We always ask as well about young players, like any older players were arseholes in it. Or any that were good or any that were bad towards you when you were that kind of age coming at the first team?
Not really. No one really bad, you know. No one really, I could say, what an absolute twat. Everyone was kind of, you know, probably excited for me to be coming through at such a young age. And so no one's really bad. No.
Mate, it's so who tells you about the Arsenal interest?
You've not got an agent at that age, have you?
Yeah, I had an agent at 15, after English schoolboys, we played against Scotland on TV. You play
Victory
Wales,
Shield.
Victory Shield, Ireland, Wales, Scotland.
Yeah.
And it was after that tournament where I got contacted. But I was in digs at the time because, again, Notts County knew where I was from, knew what it was kind of like. So they took me from...
Fair play to Notts County, mate.
From living for 15 minutes away to where you got players from Derby, Mansfield, coming to stay there to get to training. I literally just lived there as well. And I get a knock at the door. And it's my dad and some random agent. And the owner of the dig said, right, Jermaine, your dad's here. So I go out and he goes, right, son, come on, we'll go in London. And I'm like, what for? I'm going to go and speak to Arsenal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I've no understanding, just following my dad, fine. And the next minute, I'm turning up in London at Arsenal's training ground, meeting Arsene Wenger.
Oh my God.
And there's Ray Parlour here to see you now.
How
was he top man, Wenger?
Yeah. A little bit scary. It's like it was like that head teacher of a school. You know, he looks down and goes, Jermaine, you know. So yeah, I met him and I was like, oh, hi, hello, Arsene. And he's going, you know, with his little French accent, going, how are you? You know, glad you can come down. Just, you know, the usuals. And then Liam Brady then took me around the academy and I was watching the young boys train and whatnot.
Liam Brady's a hero, isn't he?
Yeah.
But as in a playing wise, he was some player, wasn't he?
He was hero,
Juventus and that, wasn't it? Left footer.
Yeah,
left What's he like as a guy?
He was great. He was the head of youth development and recruitment. So he really looked out. You know, obviously, he's came from a tough background as well. So I think he could see a little bit in me. So he kind of put a lot of time aside for me. Sometimes I'll be, you know, start sleeping off the rails, and he always try and, you know, put his arm around and let me get away with certain
Does
stuff.
Wenger know about your past?
Oh yeah. He's a clever man. He would know. He would understand know where I came from and whatnot. But he let the youth develop me until I got to a certain point, and then I started training with like about 18. I was training with the first team.
So did any of your family come down with you? Your mates go down to London with you?
No, I had a family in London. My auntie.
Right.
So I kind of lived with her. Right. For the first 6 months to a year, and then signed my first pro contract with Arsenal, and then I got my.
It's the same deal you were getting at Hibs, wasn't
it? Just a bit more.
that's a lot for a young kid.
Yeah, it was hard.
You were homesick, I've read as well.
Yeah. So then I would, you know, every weekend after a little youth team game, I'd jump on the train, hour and a half straight back to Nottingham, and then come back. Monday morning, first thing in the morning for training. But then that kind of, after 6 months, it faded. I started getting mates with our teammates, and then, you know, about 70 years later, Ashley Cole was good friends with, and the other youth team, older boys, and then, you know, I kind of stopped going home and thinking, being in London is like, yeah.
See, what the young players, was Cole the best by a mile? Was he like a standard?
Oh.
Ashley Cole?
It was good. I can remember him playing making his debut as well. And it was like, wow, Winterburn, you're not getting back in there, mate. It was a good debut. It was just, you know, because he's so small and petite, you think he could tackle, but he's not rattling
an
players,
animal, wasn't he?
going
Player.
forward, drinking pass plays for a left back, and you know it was just so calm. And I was like, what a debut! And I was like, that's his spot now.
Mate, he's the one guy that had Ronaldo on toast.
Could not get by him.
Ronaldo
Yeah, no,
couldn't get by him, man.
he's honestly
He's just some defender as well.
Yeah, because I think, you know, the pace. He had pace.
Yeah.
It was so quick. You and
him must have had some damage.
Did you ever rip him up any day? Like, be honest.
It was good. It was a good battle. Some days, I'll have the better of him, and some days, but it's because we train together every day. He knows my weakness.
Yeah.
He knows what I want to do.
What is that, birds?
Yeah, so I said we're going out tonight. We've got a table booked. Oh, fuck off! Leave me alone. I'm trying to play here.
That's unreal, man. I'm just picturing Winterburn absolutely fuming, man. But you said about 18, you trained the first team, but you made your debut at 16.
Yeah, but I wasn't, full-time training with them. But I made my debut. It was one of the League Cup. I don't know what it was called then. It was against Middlesbrough away.
And do you expect that to happen so quickly?
No, but then once it did, I was like, okay, I'm going to start kicking on now. But then it kind of went reversal.
Why was that, do you think?
It's just, do you know what? That era, there wasn't really many English players playing for or even coming through in the league. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, they've changed that rule now where you've got to have these many players and that. So, if it was now, I'd have made my debut a lot earlier and maintained it. But because then, you've got that invincible team. And
who was ahead of you then? Lundberg, it would have been, wasn't it? Right mid? Lundberg was brilliant to get in the box, but technically, remember
Lundberg came to Celtic and he was kind of hopeless.
Yeah,
I don't like I said the guy's career, but he was rubbish, mate.
But that's the thing. If you would have put Lundberg in a basic team, he's not going to give you anything. But playing in Arsenal and that team there, who created a lot of chances for him. Yeah, he worked hard. He was, had pace. He was a dog in, and but like you said, technically he wasn't gifted. He would just make them late runs. He would score goals. He would just
see that team though, mate. I would struggle with any first team going to train, but with that,
it's not only Lundberg. So you had Perez, Overmars.
Was Overmars
there? Silva and Wiltord. So they would all play on the wings and then Parler would play out there. You would play sometimes. So there was like 5, and so it was just difficult.
I know you said you got to train back to Nottingham most weekends, but there's a few weekends in London, weren't there?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Was that magnificent? Do you remember your first night in London? And did you go for it big? Like, we ordered bottles of champagne?
Nah. It would have been, in the youth team then. So it would have been on, massive, would have been on your basic, probably 150 quid of YTS money. So.
Well, even though you've signed for Notts County for could you still go into 150 YTS?
Yeah, because you can't sign a professional contract until you're 17. Oh, so that contract would have been deal. Yeah, you'd have had a deal done, but you don't sign that until you're 17.
Maybe that's the Hibs mentality, isn't it? With senior players.
You don't sign a pro contract till you're 27.
Till you're 38. You don't start getting your proper money till you're 38.
No, so yeah.
But how, you like the night shoot, but I like the mindset getting into training. See with that team with Bergkamp, were you a nervous wreck getting into training with them?
Sometimes, yeah. Obviously, it took a while to get used to it, but you just didn't want to fuck up. It was like every time you played, you had to be on your game, but you get players like Vieira or he was always amazing, but sometimes Thierry would just
sack it off.
Love him even
Love him. What a hero.
He'll just I'm on. But then he can just whack. Yeah. Half the time his boots weren't even laced.
Did you not do that as well?
Yeah, it's comfortable.
I
used to do it. Not because he did it, but I did it because my boots were so snug. I didn't need to tie them. I didn't need to lace them up, so I just used to leave them loose.
What's the best thing you've seen on a new day in training?
I said the 5-a-sides. Now that you have small-sided games, if I wasn't on his team, I used to hate it because I knew he was getting spanked.
What, his team would win all the time?
Yeah. He's so strong as a joke, and he would finish from every angle and any back heels. He used to take the piss.
Imagine we went up and tried to hold on to him. Henri tried to catch him. Horribly.
Bergkamp was another one, 20.
But that team, that is one of the best teams ever.
Premier League history, 100%.
Yeah. Say that it's still not being done just goes to show how good of a, You know, even teams like Man City now, Liverpool still haven't touched that record.
What they've done,
Wait, did any of these senior players like Tony Adams ever, like, because you've just came, like a young boy came in, did they ever put their arm on you or take you aside and try to help you?
I would say it was probably Thierry and Patrick.
What's that?
Who kind of...
They're two heroes, isn't they?
Yeah, who kind of done that. You know,
the English guys would have been sort of...
No, obviously Asher was saying like, oh, you can't go out, you can't do this, you know what I mean? No, you might be starting, you might be on the bench tomorrow. But, you know, Pat and Jerry...
But what do you... I can't get my head around it. What do people expect that you work hard, whatever, and you've been doing it all? Of course you're going to go nights out, though. Do you know what I mean? Do you think people make too much a big deal of somebody going out a night out or less? But did you go...
I don't think the top players do so, do they?
Go out nights out?
No,
maybe not nowadays, but back in the day they did.
Like, would Henry and Vieira and that be out in London?
They would do their sly ones, go to the, you know, the members club where,
right.
yeah, kind of that way.
Glass of wine.
Yeah, where we'd be on the time, but yeah.
Did Parlour or Adams or that ever take you for a pint?
Nah.
Never, nah. Not even a Sunday or...
Nah, Ray would always go in, he's Essex, Chelmsford.
Right.
He would always be there in his local or something.
I love Parlour now because you're on TalkSport, innit? See when he puts the videos up sitting in his gaff thinking the Cobra and the shots. Yeah. Seems like a pure hero.
No, he's these stories he's got are unbelievable. Like, they go for days. He's a top guy.
We actually look like Parlour and Alan Brazil.
That'll be exactly us. Why not? Exactly us. But see, Wenger, did he hate that people were going out drinking or sort of the British culture almost? Did he try to change that?
Yeah, he didn't like it. Of course, he in the days I were few from far, and he was very, even in that era, the sports science to it. He kind of brought that in.
Did he?
Yeah, he was. You know, we used to have these mad supplements. We had to have room temperature water. These French dietitians who we had in, you know, doing all your blood tests to see what foods you can't really eat or what don't go with your body. And this was, you know, early 2000s. So he was clued up, you know.
Were the players all right with that? How did Parlour and that take to the diet and that? Do you think he would go just leave training and go and get a chippy or something?
Oh, I can remember once I was at a game, I was like at home and I didn't have pre-match and I stopped off at Nando's.
Oh, before a game?
Driving in my car, giving me chips going.
How was the food, shite? Was it hard to hear?
Yeah, it's bland, innit, playing. You think, oh, Jesus.
But did the French boys love it?
Not really. I don't think no one actually, you know, like
enjoyed it.
More. Yeah, you just it's like putting something in your body.
No, but I mean like Monday to Friday, the food change.
You would eat at the obviously training ground. So that would be kind of your main meal. Then when you're at home, you just eat what you want. Well, the professionals probably didn't, but you know, I did.
I've heard wee bits and bobs of this, and I've heard through somebody else and that. But what I hear, your debut. Were you out the night before?
Yeah, I was absolutely mortaled.
So how did?
Why? Yeah.
Well, basically, what's happened is that there was It's stopped now, but FHM magazine.
FHM,
FHM, yeah, they're like lad.
I used to get it for on a Friday for the away games.
Yeah. So right, so just imagine the standard of birds that are going to this FHM magazine party, launch party, and it was on a Friday night. Was playing Southampton, and then the week after that was playing Southampton again in the FA Cup final. So a few players were getting rested. Ashley Cole was one of them, and a few of our mates were all going out. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming. And Ash looked at me and went, no, you're not. You could be starting tomorrow. And I've gone, but I'm not started all season. This is like in May. Early May, so I was like, I'm not going to start now, am I? I'm just going to be on the bench. He's, yeah, but don't risk it. What if you're starting? I go, all right, I'll come out till 12. I won't drink. I'll come home at 12. You know, I'm going to be still up at 12 o'clock anyway. So they said, no, fuming, lock the door. Because we all lived in the same complex. So they locked the door, tried to lock me in, and I've jumped out the window and got in a taxi, and they're raging, they're fuming. They're saying, what are you doing? You're, calling me every name under the sun.
It's good seeing they've done that though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And they didn't speak to me. They're saying, you're an idiot, like, we're not getting in trouble with this, it's nothing to do with us, you're a twat. They didn't speak to me from the car journey all the way to there. And obviously we've had a few drinks. I had a Coke. They're getting a bit drunk and a bit, hey, Pen, hey. I'll have one. So I've ended up having one. Then two, people come to me, are you not playing tomorrow? And I was like, nah, I'm injured. So I was telling people, like fans and people who might know me, are you playing? I was, nah, I'm injured. This time I'm like, nah, I'm a bit pissed now. 3 a.m. comes, I'm still out with the boys, absolutely razzled. I get back home at 6 a.m. and we're meeting up for pre-match meal at 11. So I've got probably 4 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep.
You need to ride your bike over there.
I've upgraded since then. So then I wake up, I'm like, oh my God. Do you know when you wake up and you've got one eye like this?
Oh, that's the worst.
When you're hungover, there's only one eye can open. So I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? So I'll go to the hotel. And then we're sitting down for pre-match meal. I'm just not looking or talking to everyone. Everyone's talking to me. I'm like, yeah. Bottles of water. I'm just dying, trying to help, just do something. So I'm absolutely wasted. We're getting to the team meeting. Arsenal's up there. Patrick's, like, we're all facing this way. So Patrick's there on my right. I'm next to Patrick. At this age, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to go home.
Oh, no, man.
Arsenal pulls the paper back. The team's all written out. It says Pennant on the right. But I thought it said Parlour. So then I do a double take, and I go, and then do you know that fear? It just goes, boom.
Man.
Oh, man.
This is going to be my debut.
Did that sober you up to it, huh?
You fuck, you shit me up. So then I'm thinking, oh my God, that fear of I've just now ruined my career. Because if I play, I'm going to be an absolute shambles. And playing against Wayne Bridge at Southampton at the time. So then I'm just all through the day, just drinking water. I've drank that much, I'm just constant pissing.
Did the first team boys know that you'd been
No.
Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole knew, yeah, but he wasn't in the squad, yeah. So he obviously knew, but then...
As he came to you like that, oh my, as he said like...
No, it's the text that I've got when the team's obviously been announced. My phone's gone bing, 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 bing. You get what you're doing, blah, blah. So then when Arson's named the team, Patrick's gone, right, I'm about, this is your time.
That's a worst shout.
And I was like, no, it's not Patrick. I was like, it must. So then changing room, getting ready. I'm just thinking, how can I get out of this? So Arson comes up to me, he's talking to me. Yes, boss. I'm not even looking at him. He's probably thinking, is this guy all right? So I'm thinking, right, this is my plan. Just get the ball, give it to Thierry or anyone, Patrick, Dennis, and then come off after 5-10 with your hamstring. You pulled it. You pulled it. So you know your performance is not going to be judged. And they can say, oh, you injured, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going on, get the ball, simple. All I can feel in my stomach is just like vodka, and I'm just smelling it every time I breathe.
Keep fanting.
No.
You did that the day after you had done over, so.
No, I just kept, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm looking at the hybrid, there's a big clock, so I keep doing this. 5 minutes ago. Should I do it now? But no, the game's going all right. I'm doing okay. Not nothing great, doing okay. Keep going. After 12, I can't remember, early door, we score one. So I'm like, oh, thank God for that. Just relax a bit. Then I score one. And I
Wait, how do you score? So talk us through your goal.
Well, it was Thierry, he set me up. So I'm just down the wing. The balls came in in the middle. I think Lundberg actually slides it through to Thierry. Thierry's running at the defence. Everyone's shitting themselves. And the fullbacks, Wayne Bridges, tucked in too much. So I've just stood out there thinking, no, it's not coming to me. Next thing you know, the ball comes across. So I just take a touch out of my foot. And then Shea Given, right bottom corner across him, just laced the life out of it. I didn't even look. I just laced it in. It's went in the bottom corner. And then I'm thinking, yeah, brilliant. 20 minutes, come off now. Come off. I'm thinking, come off. Then the next one is, I think Carnu's gone through,
What a player.
took a shot, and I've just followed the shot, but the goalkeeper's parried it, and I've just knocked it in with my head. 2-0. And I'm thinking, whoa! I'm thinking, fucking, I'm steaming it this time. So I'm thinking, woo! I can wait till half time. Now. And I just, I've got confidence, you know what I mean? Way flixy, way, tiki-taka. And then towards the end of the half, but Thierry's got the ball again, same situation for his second or first time. He looks like he's going to go and shoot, but just lays it off to me, and I hit it first time. Same as the first goal, bottom corner, no chance. As I'm running off, as my hat trick, Thierry's came over. I've gone, Thierry, thank you. And then after that, I'm thinking, well, I am absolutely hungover. I am dying, but I've scored a hat trick, so I can stay on now. Doesn't matter what I do, I've scored a hat trick. No, because all they care about is you scored a hat trick on your debut. Wow. And then I just stay on.
How shite must Wayne Bridge be? You've scored a hat trick, man.
And then get the match ball. And then from there.
Champagne?
Yeah, get the man on match
Straight
ball.
back on it?
Oh, just get me home.
No, tell me, what, you never
No, we definitely went out.
Good lad.
Do you know though, and I don't, do you think that might have been actually the worst thing that happened, that you scored a hat trick? Because see if you actually had a nightmare, maybe it would have...
No, best thing.
Yeah, I would have.
No, but
I won't say that because
I've done it.
I've done it a few times when I was in the youth team, where we've gone out and trained and playing. But because you're at 20, your body, you can get away with it, but obviously not at that level. Youth team, I could do it all day. Yeah. Come in training and, but at that high level, you need to be really on form. Yeah. But as you get older, your body can't handle that, and
Did the manager, do you think he would have ever found out that you had been out? Obviously he knows now, but...
No, I don't think he never actually pulled me and said, you lucky, because that's what he would have said. If he would have found out, he would have gone, I know you scored an hat-trick, but you got to prepare better. Yeah. You got to blah, blah, blah.
What was actually calling that? I know I'm obsessed actually. What was he like when you scored the hat-trick?
Basically, it was all our group. Messages were just pinging left, right and centre when I scored the first one. Oh my God, Pennant just scored. He was absolutely steaming last night as well. How's he done that? The second going, beep, beep, beep. Oh my God, he's got 2. Unbelievable. And then obviously, where's it going? Yeah.
I mean, that's the greatest debut in history.
That's unbelievable. I love that story.
It was...
What do you think of sitting in the dressing room after it? Did he make a point?
No, he came in as like, good result. Because he didn't really...
Even when individuals now.
Yeah, even when things was bad or good, he didn't really... He just stayed one way, we could have done this all right, because now, good, well done, boys, well done. Jermaine, congratulations, well done. And I was like, yes, boss, yeah.
That's unreal that no one smelled anything off your breath as well, eh?
I'm sure someone would have.
Must have
smelled it, yeah, because when you're being bevied up, you can smell it from here when you talk to someone, but...
I mean, did you see, you'd have thought from that game, though, that would have been...
That's you.
Catalyst to your career, yeah. Then I was in the squad a few times, came on against West Ham, when we won 2-1, but it just never really kick-started, and then that's when I just lost my shit.
Why do you think that is? Do you think, is that English thing you were saying about English players?
At that time, I reckon, yeah. There's only, obviously Tony and your Rays, but apart from young blood players coming through.
Yeah. Because Bentley was another one that was probably should have went and played more games for Arsenal there.
Yeah, 100%. It was just like I said, we had nobody who would never really get in that chance. I think teams bringing young blood through then, your top 5, top 4s was kind of not a thing back then, where now it's, you get your Phil Fodens, you're getting...
Jack Grealish,
all the young players getting chances.
Would you, so after the damage, would you be the type of player that would go and knock the manager's door and ask why am I not getting chances?
No, I've never really knocked it. No, he would always come and he would see the frustration in me. It would always come over in training and goes, keep going, you're doing well. It was like it was testing my professionalism, like keep going. I was like, for fuck's sake, man, I don't want to keep going, I just want to play.
I know.
And then obviously the background that I've come from, I've not been really professional. I've not had the great upbringing. So I just lost my head a bit and kind of derailed and, well, I'm not playing, so I'm going to go out and get pissed.
Did any of the players at that time say to you, like, listen, you will get your chance, or did anybody do that with you?
Not really.
Nah.
Nah. Like I think now
brilliant,
but I think now there's things in place where you can actually talk to, you know, people, and maybe they will say word to the coaches. But back then it was just like
Older players weren't really like that back then, were they?
no.
Kind of just get on with it.
Yeah. If I'm playing,
But did you see on the drink thing? Did you know said Nigel Winterburn used to have 4 blue wickets before every game?
Before every game,
Blue WKDs.
do WKDs, mate.
But see, when that wasn't going well, if you're being honest, were you going out too much, or is that a myth?
No. Like I said back then, if I wasn't in the starting or in the squad at all, then you know the boys would go out on a regular basis. Even Ash would go out.
Yeah, everyone did it.
Back then, everyone went out. Obviously, the latter stages of the evolve of football is kind of slowed down because of the camera. Back then, we got away with murder. There was no Instagram. There was no camera phones, really. So now that's why I guess people don't really get themselves into trouble and get out as much.
Is there anything you could have done differently when you look back at Arsenal? Maybe could have helped you a wee bit more?
I think the only thing that ruined my Arsenal chances was the drink driving incident. Because I was just about to get a new contract with Arsenal. And it was a lucrative one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've gone from the signing as a kid on that 4-year deal to then getting a massive contract. And I think that would have then put me amongst the bigger boys. And then...
What, we're talking like 50 or something?
No, then it was early 2000s, so it was 30 grand.
Oh, wow.
30 grand a week then, which was absolutely huge. So it would have put me along with the proper first team, and I think I would have started getting my chances then on that new contract. But then obviously the drink driving incident happened. What
happened? Did you just crash the motor?
Yeah, I got it's just women was my downfall. So after a night out, I wasn't even driving. I got a cab home. Bird texted me, and then the first just kicked in. It's like, that just kicked in, and I was like, all right. I've had a McDonald's now, I'm all right. Got in the car, going to this girl's Bird's house, and just looking at sat nav, and there's a sharp bend. I obviously didn't read it properly. Turning the lamppost, boom. Got arrested. Then the deal that was agreed with Arsenal thingy off the table.
Was it all in the press?
Yeah. Well, the deal wasn't, but the incident was all in the press. Yeah.
How was that for you? Like,
oh, it's the worst feeling. Waking up the next day in the cell, and you're in the newspaper, and you're like, oh, you have to go home. And
did Wenger phone you?
No. It was, and then after that, I went straight on loan to Birmingham.
So what, you never even spoke to you?
No.
God. Why do you think that was? Why do you think you never pulled you?
God knows. I think it was just like, well, that's the nail in the coffin, I guess. Because my contract was running out. So, yeah, and then they sent me on loan, and then Birmingham signed me.
That's heartbreaking, isn't it?
It's mad how they wee bits just change your life, innit?
It's just them little instant, yeah. Just couldn't...
The decisions that you make.
But then I can't be too bad because I went to Birmingham, then from there to Liverpool.
See, was your dad really hard on you?
He wasn't in my life for a part of that transition, because he was in drugs, then he was on drugs, and I just distanced it all my life from that part of Nottingham and what was going on. I kind of distanced it. Kind of got back in, as I signed for Liverpool.
That must be tough for me when you're away from home and, like you say, you've no relationship with your dad. Probably does lead you to doing things that you wouldn't have done if you had that relationship with your dad.
Yeah, 100%. There's things, growing up as a kid, that was difficult. And then as you get your adult life and you get put in certain situations, you make big mistakes on the back of that because you don't know how to handle it. You don't know. So, I've had a lot of deep-rooted issues which didn't help in half of my mistakes growing up.
You want to give him a cuddle, do you?
Hug him. I feel that's heartbreaking.
Isn't it? But before Birmingham, Leeds as well.
Was it? So did you go to Leeds before Birmingham?
Yeah, I went to Leeds in 2001.
At that time, I loved Leeds.
Loved Leeds, mate. I was just about to say anything.
Go to Leeds strip. My dad. Do you know who he goes on the back?
David Batty.
No, I used to look like it. Fuck's sake, called Ray Palmer.
David Hopkins.
Wilcox.
Jason Wilcox.
Jason Wilcox.
Stinking.
Mate, why would a boy from Glasgow get Wilcox in the back of his cap? What a team that was.
That was probably
Viduka, Smith, Milner. Don't know why they put Dominic Matthew in there. Batty, Ian Hart.
you know.
Who else? Boyer.
No, he wasn't there then. What else we have?
Viduka was a player.
Seth
wasn't he?
Johnson, Jody
Oh,
Morris.
Seth Johnson with Derby, wasn't it? That's right. Jody Morris, what was he like?
Jody
Good player.
Morris. Yeah, he was a little baller. He was a little.
He could pop it, couldn't he?
Dewberry, Dewberry and
Radaby.
Lucas Radaby.
What a player, mate. He was a warrior, wasn't he, Lucas
You
Radaby?
were there when the famous game was at 4-3 Liverpool Leeds? Was
I don't think because Boyer played that game, so I don't think he'd have been there.
So that would have been. Was that before me?
What were they boys like? Viduka, that were brilliant.
It was the best time I've had at a football club. Taking the football away. It was just banter. It was jokes. It was just.
Who's funny in that team?
Gary Kelly. Yeah,
he's meant to be a hero. Barry Ferguson.
Yeah, Gary Kelly.
Gary
Kelly. He was funny. He was funny. I see. He was funny.
Were you quite like one of the characters in a dressing room? Would you be a joker and stuff?
Yeah, I've always just been that joker at every team. I don't think there'll be any changing room that would say, bad apple or bad guy or no. You'd just say, yeah, it was the right, actually clown joker. Always do something stupid. But I would never
overstep the mark.
Yeah, destruct or say, he checked me fucking bad, or calls for riffs or, I'd just be joker.
Your pal, Peter Reid, your favourite ever manager? Peter Reid was the manager.
That's who signed me.
Was that your
Peter Reid, yeah, he's a guy, funny guy.
Is he? Well, we see similar to the sort of mindset of Sam Allardyce and stuff, where they did that type of...
Yeah.
Old school mentality.
Yeah, old school mentality, yeah. But if he did well, he would always throw in a little, if we get a result today, you get 2 days off, boys. Do you know, them ones there, you would do your nuts, you would run around.
He'd have been doing it as well though, wouldn't you?
Oh, I loved it, yeah, because Leeds was a good time to go out of that era, yeah.
Yeah, Leeds is
Leeds
brilliant.
then, back then.
I've not been there, mate.
Yeah.
Big union that, innit, Leeds?
Yes, yeah, so a lot of student beds.
Could Peter Reid crack as well, though? Because have you ever seen the documentaries of Sunderland that are online? And he can proper go, mate.
Was he scary with Peter Reid?
When he didn't really crack too much, but you could see, little scar when he gets angry, or you could probably have a little tear up. And obviously, it was like that on the pitch, wasn't he, back in his day?
Yeah.
He wasn't shy.
What's the biggest doing you've got for a manager, personally? Do you remember now?
I can't remember Steve Bruce. I thought he was going to beat me up.
Did he? Why?
Because we've got spanked for Birmingham, and we was in the next day. And he said, I don't want no one out, because the performance was shit, blah, blah, blah.
You got that horn again, didn't you?
I got the horn again. There's a launch party, right from around the corner of my house. He knows every bouncer on the doors. So he's probably sent the word out. Any of my players, let me know. I'm thinking, I'll be undercover. I've come in, a little bit. Morning, Gaffer. Morning, Gaffer.
Thanks, Steve.
You stink. You can smell it on you now. He's pushed me. I've stumbled back. And then he's gone, get out. Get out there, fuck home. And I got in the car and just drove home.
Wow.
But yeah, I thought he was going to pace me. But then I started the next game anyway.
But is that the genius of Steve Bruce?
Yeah. He knew every time I played, I would, be his best performer. And I know I, gave him a lot of shit, but that's what made me probably play so well, because I knew, no matter what I did, he would always put the team kind of rather than sometimes I'm going to, teach you a lesson. But is it really benefiting the team on a Saturday when they're struggling, they want to try and stay in the league? Yeah. So.
Seems like a proper man's man, Steve Bruce, doesn't he? He knows how to treat people.
Yeah, and he came to prison to see me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, talk us through this again. Start from the start with the prison stuff then. So how did you start? How did you get in prison?
Well, it was a second offence, drink driving.
Right.
But this was, so that we all thought, okay, probably a slap on the wrist, fine, 3-year ban, then maybe a suspended sentence. If you do anything again, then judges having none of it. It was all obviously big in the story, news. So
sorry, you went into that trial thinking, I'm going to get a slap in the wrist and I'll be back at 3
Yeah.
Right,
I went to try. I went into the court thinking, I've done wrong, so I'm going to get punished, but I'm not going to go to prison. I'm not a criminal. It's there was a case before where a woman had exactly the same situation, but she had a daughter in the car, and she got a suspended sentence, fine, 3-year ban. So I thought, that's a bit good to hear, reassuring. Then it was all big media about it. Film crews, news crews, all outside. I got to the trial. Good lawyer. And going through the scenarios and what he says and X, Y, Z, and we've got good references from Arsenal and whatnot. And then they gave me a 3-month sentence. Wow. Everyone on my family, I think my auntie or my grandma was there, and she started crying. And my agent was like, he just didn't know where to look. I didn't know where to look. I was like, is he all right? What did he just say? I was bamboozled. And all I took with me, because if you know you're going to prison, you take a bag with clothes and stuff so you can get changed. I had a whistle, looking all smart. Yeah. Just had a little toothbrush in there, just in case. Just you don't know. I thought, I'm not going to need it, but yeah. Going in the van.
Is that the worst feeling in the world when you heard that? Strangest feeling?
It was the strangest feeling, yeah. I was like numb. So when he said it, I was like, wow.
Did you then think your career's over?
Oh yeah, I thought fully, like, how do you come back from this? Exactly. So then I come in, they come in, slam the thing down, 3 months. The officers come into the cage where you're in, cuff you, put you in the back of the van, ready to take you off to the prison in Milton Keynes. And I sit in the van thinking, oh my God. Do you know when you watch them, all I could think about was films that I've watched.
Yeah.
I was thinking, am I going to be someone's boyfriend? I was thinking,
that's exactly what I did.
I was thinking like, what about when I go in the shower? Like, just all these things are coming from my head. And I go in, and the thing is, the prison know that you're coming, like inmates and all that know that you're going to be arriving. It's big news, so it would have somehow got around from one of the screws to the inmates, and it just gets around that you're arriving. So I get there in my suit, getting there, and they're like, so right, we'll check you in. Do you want to share a cell or do you want one on your own?
Oh, you're on your own every time.
Right. All right. I didn't know. So I'm thinking, yeah, get a buddy. It will be, right. I didn't know this. I thought, am I going to be bored in the cell on my own? And the guy went, are you sure? And I went, yeah, why? And he went, I advise you to get your own. So I'm going, okay, I'll have my own.
What a decision that is for the
so, yeah.
Mate, what are you thinking, man?
I don't know.
Must have been numb.
What would you say?
So then I've got my own.
Is it that thing where you're walking to your cell and they're all shouting?
No, it's because you get on the house wing. So that's where introduction wing, where everyone goes when they get booked in. So there's the most, screws there. So it's the safest. But now everyone was just like, people's coming to my door with clippings, sign. You get the papers. I was in the papers for a week straight back home in that time. So loads of people was.
What are the other inmates? What, did you sign stuff on them?
Yeah.
That's a good thing, isn't it? I would think if somebody came and asked me to sign stuff, you think I'm going to be all right here.
Yeah. So I was all right, and I got a lot of privileges where you only allowed gym like once a week. I would get it every day, morning and afternoon, because obviously the football. I think I've spoken to him, said, look, can you keep his.
Did you get any hassle?
No, none at all. Yeah, none at all.
See at that time, did anybody for Arsenal or anything speak to you?
No, it was, I don't know if, at this time, I think Birmingham, I was on loan to Birmingham. So what happened, I got done for drink driving, then got shipped out on loan to Birmingham. And then the case, that was in January, and then the case was court case was April.
Right.
So my deal was with Birmingham to the end of the season. Right. But it could get cut short because of the trial. I might go in. If I don't go in, I continue playing. But Birmingham took that risk and said, I will have him to whenever. And I played great, it's on fire. So when I got sent down, Birmingham and Arsenal was doing a deal while I was inside.
Did you know that though, or were you thinking nothing's getting done, I'm not going to have any club?
Not at first, no. It was only when I was having your phone calls to your agent and you put 5 numbers down or whatever who you can call, blah, blah. And it goes, yeah, we're doing a deal. They're trying to offer you stupid money, which I'm in no situation to be going.
So Hibs deal, is it the Hibs deal again? Hibs deal, what?
You weren't thinking it was still more than Hibs deal. Exactly. So, and I'm inside. So he's having a conversation and going, well, I'm pushing for this, hopefully we can get, okay, amazing. And then Steve Bruce comes and visits.
Did he say Steve Bruce is going to come and visit you?
Yeah, because you have to
organise it.
Yeah.
See, the night before he was coming in, was your arsehole gone in the cell?
A little bit, yeah, because I didn't know what his mindset was, what was his thinking. But it was like a father figure. Like, how's it going? You all right? Is your head okay?
He's in that, mate.
Yeah.
What a guy, mate.
People was looking around and going like, that's Man United, Steve Bruce, So yeah, I really respected that from him. And then when I got out, he put me in his apartment. Obviously, he had a house, he had an apartment in Birmingham, out of the way of Birmingham, like Solihull. Sutton Coldfield, sorry. So it was like out of town. He didn't want me to go in town, obviously coming out. So I stayed there for like 2 months and I was getting itchy feet. I need to get in town. I was banned from driving, everything's far. I need to be in the mix. So then I bought a place in town. Didn't tell Gaffer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I'd go in training, just my apartment. And
how did he find it?
He knew straight away, but he didn't say anything. He said, yeah. I said, I knew he had a place in town.
Did they know everything, Steve Bruce?
But he didn't say anything. He says, because I was doing well, I was playing well. So he said, I didn't want to, cause a stir, but I knew he had a place in town. I was like, wow. And then, that's that story.
Mate, can we just say Steve Bruce?
Yeah.
What a hero,
I got
man.
Steve Bruce because seeing situations, especially in football, so many people who were your pals and managers, whatever, would distance themselves from you then. Do you know what I mean? We say, well, we don't want to be whatever so associated with that. Unbelievable for him to actually do what he's done. What a guy.
And every time we played against him, I would see him in the tunnel, or when he was at Hull, when his manager at Hull, when I play against him. Bad boy, how are you, bad boy? That's my nickname, bad boy.
And we just hug it?
Yeah.
Every time?
Yeah.
So does it kill you when you see like the criticism he's getting just now and what people are saying?
Yeah, because I know what he's like.
Yeah.
I think he's a great man. And
is he a good manager as well?
Yeah, I think his man management is up there. To
get the best
out of players. And obviously, look, I get the fans of Newcastle want, now they've got all this money, they want a big name manager now, which is understandable, and they want big name players, so they want a change out. But I do feel it's harsh how they are treating Steve. Because,
is anyone else good? Oh, sorry, mate.
He loves the club. He's, Geordie, and it's just sad.
Was anyone else good with you at that time?
I think he's the only manager who I'd ever speak highly of. I would say Arsene for his coaching, his tactics, to develop players, unbelievable. Finding players, unbelievable.
So we never even asked that. Just quickly on that, because he obviously did kind of transformed English football from being kind of in a possession-based game. What was it he done? Was it everyday training possessions?
He would start it off. He would kind of take it, and then he would sit back, watch it, and the coaches would then do that. But he would set it up. He would say what to do, how to do it. It's just little things. I can remember him. If you're playing the ball to your mate on the left, he would go crazy if you either lifted it, so we had to take a touch, or if you put it kind of slightly behind him, it would go mad because he's saying put it in front. It takes a second for him to control it, and he just opens up the game. That split second, is just simple things like that, and just it's hard to remember everything how he would, but just I always remember that it would go mad. I always think, right, my left back's here or right back's here. Let me just play it in front of him so he can come onto it, rather than he's got to control it, then go forward.
Yeah, that's what that team had, wasn't it? Just broke at pace, and if you maybe that one misplaced pass, it would break that kind of speed. And
sometimes if the centre backs would rather than just play it nice along the floor, if that just clipped it a little bit, it would go mad. Because again, he's then got to control it, he's then got to bring it forward, he's then got to look up. It's just.
Yeah. See, for you, do you think a type of manager, like Wenger's a genius tactic and stuff, but do you think for you, in the way you were, a manager like Steve Bruce was actually better for you in your career?
100%. 100%.
It's so important that, innit?
Yeah,
Man management.
I think like I said, you can't. I think managers now need to kind of have that trade in their game. There's no point treating one player same as you. You could have the best family in the world, but this kid might need a shoulder to cry on or put your arm around him to get the best out of him. So you can't treat a James Milner same way to me because
he's no ability.
Yeah, correct. And you probably wouldn't get some players need to kick up the arse for them to really. Some people are like, all right, I understand you this, but so.
But even a bit. Oh no, we'll talk about the tag. What was it like playing with the tag?
Yeah, that was annoying.
Was it? What, crossing the ball and stuff like that? That's your game.
It was on my left. I make sure I put it on my left. My left was just for standing.
Right.
So it was always on.
But could you always feel it there, huh?
You could feel it, yeah. But after a couple of days, I kind of got used to it. But it was the fans. It was the fans who was
giving you a
yeah, giving me. And sometimes when it came off, it was going, oh, Pennant, where's your tag? I sort of laugh, oh, you're boring me now. Ah, Pennant, you shit, where's your tag? Sit your mum's ass, mate.
What about opposition players? Any opposition players ever give you a bit?
Nah,
players all right.
Yeah, they're all right. Let's go on with it.
I think when stuff happened outside the fit, Fitler is probably the best place to be in it.
Yeah.
People do wind you up and I'm laughing, but it's more chilled out rather than really people look at you dead serious. Who was your mates at Birmingham?
It was there now. So it was Esky. I was close with.
What a player Heskey was, eh?
It's underrated.
So underrated, mate. At Liverpool, he was a joke, man.
Yeah, I mean, Owen, that was a great. It was like something in share, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good partnership. Now still to this day, I still speak to him. Great guy. He obviously does the Liverpool Legends stuff as well. Whenever we do it,
he does the women now at Leicester as well, doesn't he? I seen that on the telly.
He's the manager now, so he's back in his own where it all started from.
He looks like the strongest man in the world, Emile Heskey.
He is the strongest man in the world. Yeah, him and Van Dijk would have had a good old fight, I tell you.
Yeah.
Him and Virgil, because he was a unit. You just go, get off me.
I like Heskey. Nicky Butt.
Nicky Butt, is he as long as what people say is in the shower?
I just can't even remember, I think he just had ginger pubes. Because I think you just focus on his ginger pube.
You can imagine him hitting hundreds of pubes as well.
It was. When people shaving it, give it a bit more, couple of inches. He had a bush. It's like, jeez. Come on, Nick.
Come on, Nick. It was mad to but because he was good playing at Man U, but after that he never really hit the Man U.
Legs kind of just went in it, yeah. But see, the billet was there obviously, but just the legs.
Maybe it was the pubes holding them back.
Yeah, I know, man.
Slowing them down.
I know. That aerodynamics.
Who else are good players? Not anyone else you can think of good players?
We had David Dunn, which was
a player, mate.
He was. If he just kept fit, he was a good player.
At Blackburn, mate, 1 year he was a joke. David Dunn.
What was he like as a guy? Decent guy?
Yeah, he was all right.
Don't you like him, do you?
No.
Oh, you like
No, he's cool. No, he's cool. It wasn't, obviously, he was just one of them Lancashire boys, wasn't he? Hillbilly, kind of. But no, it was fine. Yeah.
I know I'm obsessed with him, right? But see, through all this time, this is happening, are you still pals with Ashley Cole?
Yeah.
Constant?
Not kind of, obviously, drifted a little bit. He got married and kids and whatnot, so we had a life and we kind of not spoke for a while, but definitely still...
A good player.
You're loving Ashley Cole, aren't you?
I love Ashley Cole for me. I think he's another one that he was world class. Ashley Cole.
Oh, aye.
Yeah,
I think
England's best left back
ever.
Yeah.
You love psycho, so don't you, Stuart Pearce?
That's
why you've got your hair like him today.
That's the exact same. Nicky Cole, fucking Parlour. Pearce.
Nicky Butt.
No, you actually weren't called Nicky Butt, but he just called you.
I did.
Shows up.
I've got the same beard, the same costume though.
Scalzi.
He's maybe tidy, isn't he? He's not
That's how you
Mate, we need to scrap this interview because we've still got a bit to go here. There's got to be more lookalikes coming to me. So, rock bottom. You think of it when you're in the prison, and then the highest, Liverpool come in for you. How amazing was that, mate?
Talk us through the full thing when you first hear Liverpool want you to get in there, to who you meet first, to sign in.
So, I'm at Birmingham, and there's rumours, as you all do. You always look at the papers, don't you? You're, oh, Liverpool are interested. Oh, have you seen this? Liverpool are interested. It's my agent. Yeah, I've heard they've been sniffing around. And then one of the ladies who worked at Birmingham, she said to me, I shouldn't tell you this, but keep playing well. I goes, why? Because every game, home game, Liverpool have sent a scout to watch you. Obviously I shouldn't tell anyone. I was like, oh, buzzing, told my agent. And he goes, yeah, we're speaking. Then we get relegated with Birmingham. And in the off season, I'm like, what's happening? Is a deal there or what? Yeah, we're just speaking. I'm losing my shit. I don't want to play in the Championship now. I'm like, well, I'm not speaking until you make something happen. As a brat, I threw the toys out the pram a lot.
You need to get your move though, mate, innit? You need to do that.
Yeah, I was just raging, and then just cramping pre-season. My head was just set off going, leaving, wanting to play, and I was like tossing it off. And then we'll finish pre-season tour in Spain, get back to Birmingham, and one training session, we're training. One of the coaches comes out and goes, Jay. I'm like thinking, oh, what have I done now? Come here, you need to go and call your agent. And then my arsehole falls out because I'm thinking, oh, fuck, something's in the press. What have I done? Who have I cheated on? What have I, kiss and tell stories. And he goes, Jay, get ready, get to the train station and make your way to Liverpool right now. I goes, why? Birmingham have agreed a deal.
Oh, yes.
Dropped my phone.
Did you?
I dropped it like, because I was that excited. I dropped it screaming. Picked up, goes, are you there? Yes, do it now. Okay, I'm going. Put the phone down. So I've run out the changing room, ran to see the boys. I've gone, all right, boys. They're still training. Like everyone stopped. Every gaffer stopped.
Who was the manager?
It was Steve Bruce, yeah. And I've gone, listen, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. I've gone round to everyone. I just want to say it's a pleasure. Enjoy it. And also, I'm going now. Where are you going? I'm going to Liverpool, right? I can remember David Dunn going, oh, you fucking lucky. I could tell the rage. It was hating. See that, right? And I said, Eske, obviously. Because, oh, wicked, enjoy it. You're going to love it. Call me later. And it was just the best shower I've ever had, the best train journey I've ever had. Everything looked amazing.
What did you go home and get changed in that, or did you just wear the gear that you were about to
No, just the gear that I was in from training ground. Got changed into my thing and then just jumped on. Boom, and I got down there and I got picked up from the train station.
What did Steve Bruce say to you when you left? In there?
What did he say? I think he just said, he went, no, Steve Bruce wasn't there. It was Eric Black. Obviously, Steve Bruce must have been on the phone doing these deals, you know what I mean?
Trying to get somebody else in for
Yeah. Correct, that was happening. And then it was Eric Black. And he came out and goes, congratulations, bad boy. Hope it works out.
Mate, was your dad a big Liverpool fan?
Yeah, that's how I supported Liverpool.
So you were a fan, eh?
Yeah, because I still am. Since I got into football, just started following Liverpool.
So do you remember phoning your dad and telling him?
Were you talking to your dad at that time?
Oh, were you still not talking to him?
No, I wasn't talking to my dad, but I think it was. I spoke to some of my uncles, all my family Liverpool fans, and I can remember when that all happened and it came out. So they all contacted me. I didn't need to contact anyone. Everyone contacted me because, can I announce, and then everyone from the woodwork got out.
And when did Benitez first speak to you?
As soon as I signed the deal. As soon as I signed that, I thought it was agreed.
That baffles me for you, that he doesn't phone you on your way down and say, oh, listen, I don't need that type.
No, it wasn't. So what's happened is that a deal was agreed and then we've agreed terms. So then that's when you get sent down, and I can remember the first thing I did was to go into Melwood, meet Rafa, and it was like a test. What's that? So he says, here's a pen and paper. I was like, okay. I want you to write down your mistakes and why.
Wow.
I was like, oh, fuck.
So he obviously knew.
He knew my past. So he knew before I even signed.
Would you say I'm going to need a bigger bit of fucking paper?
Yeah, so I was like, so I did the paper, writing down it, so I've done like a brainstorm. First thing I put, girls.
Did you? Imagine Benitez like, I need to know what about the girls.
I put girls. And I put girls and I put, going out. But then I put like a line off going out, girls. And then I thought, like, obviously, you know, choosing the right friends, and just, you know, a list like that, and it was going, right, so we now, you know, why we, you know, not to make these mistakes, what can you do? I say, yeah, choose right friends, hang around with right people. And then he goes, what else? I was going down all this, but I wasn't saying girls. And he kept fishing for it. He went, I was like, I don't know, Gaff. Oh, I don't know, boss. I went, is there nothing else you want to maybe you can change? And I went, maybe change girls. Oh God, he was like, I've got no one. Oh God.
And what was your why for girls? Did you write too horny?
Oh, my girlfriend at the time. Oh, bless her. Oh God.
That meeting is this on your first day getting to?
Yeah.
Melbourne?
Because Craig Bellamy signed as well, and obviously he's a bit of a character as well. So I told Bellas, and he went. He did that to me as well. What did you put? Oh God. Oh man.
That's one of my favourite stories of all time.
Oh God.
Especially got the penny tails in it.
Imagine him stroking that button.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
like
the
Big
girls?
Benny. Yeah.
Let's see what Wang's on top of it.
Let's see the girls.
Need to bring me in here.
Oh,
Imagine he's like, I have the same problem. I'm going to that, man. That is sensational. Is Bellamy a top man?
yeah, he's good. Obviously,
I was a kid at Celtic when he came on, mate. I liked him. Man.
you know.
But see, you said you were never in a dressing room. You were always like having a joke, but could he be cause a bit of problems, Bellamy?
He could have a row, yeah.
Yeah.
He could if he wasn't happy and things wasn't, you know, going right. He would. He's a guy who's not afraid to show his emotions.
Yeah.
He will speak his mind, and if he doesn't, it will boil up, and then he will explode, and then you'll get a Craig Bellamy. But on the pitch, he was feisty, we all know. But as you get to know him, he's a down to earth, cool, you know, funny guy.
He's a good player, Bellamy, wasn't he?
Oh, what a player.
Do you know about it? Can you remember walking in and meeting Carragher and Gerrard?
Yeah.
Did they run the whole place?
Yeah.
Did they, mate?
Did they pull you for a chat? Like, you need to be in your best behaviour here?
Well, Gerrard pulled me for a chat on the pitch.
What do you mean?
He kind of like tapped me up on the pitch.
Was this when you were at Birmingham?
I was at Birmingham, was playing Liverpool. And
I want to know about these girls.
No, I bet he did. And then was in the centre circle around there, you know, the game's going, and he went like, all right, Jay. I'm like, hi, Stephen. Yeah, he's gonna, who's your agent? I'm going, Sky Andrew. Why? Do you know him? No. And I went, do you want his number? Fucking game's playing. Yeah, Jay, let me give you my phone. You know. Oh, it's funny. And then afterwards, I phoned my agent straight away. I said, oh, Stephen Gerrard, that's who you are. Why?
That's unreal.
But yeah, going back to Bellis, yeah.
No, but does Gerrard, then when you signed to it, does Gerrard pull you for a chat?
No, he didn't pull me. I can remember going and meeting him. No, I met him on talks. I think they would have probably had the England, so they come, you know, join me later on. Mm-hmm. I can meet him in, I don't know where it was, but summer camp away, and you know, just going around and like, wow.
What was it like training, mate? Like,
just
a joke.
Yeah. Is Gerrard the best you played at?
It's so difficult because I've played with Bergkamp, Henry, and I've seen what they do and what it's.
Dean Whitehead.
Yeah, Dean Whitehead, you know, Delap, you know, players like that as well. So it's hard. But no, he's up there. He's up there for sure.
Just up there? Who else is up there? Well,
no,
I said Vieira, not I said, didn't they?
You know,
Henry.
But yeah, he's one of the best for sure.
We done Carragher as well, didn't we?
We interviewed Carragher, but he said Gerrard was more the vocal. Was that right? Carragher was more the vocal one, and Gerrard, Gerrard was the captain.
Carragher was vocal. You know, he was vocal, but Gerrard was the leader.
Yeah.
You know, he took things by the scruff of the neck, you know, but then Carragher with it was like the sidekick, you know, it was like your assistant manager. Mm-hmm. You know, like assistant manager's always one barking, and your manager's the...
Would Carragher pull people? So in the change room, if the training sessions are games, would he pull players?
I can imagine him and Carragher clashing, if I'm being totally honest.
Did you just clash you and Carragher?
I didn't. I kind of always kept my head down, and I'd always want to play, great. So I would never ever toss off a game. I'd give it my best. So they would always see I was trying. So I wouldn't get, you're fucking not working back, because I was.
Did they ever do that? Did they ever do that, any player?
Yeah, because some players, I can't remember who, but I remember, Carragher Wood was shouting out and then Stevie G wouldn't step up before we're about to go out and give the war cry. And then that were like, right, well, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Charlie, I interviewed Charlie Adam, your pal as well, and he said that every time he gave the ball away in Liverpool training, he would think, they think I'm shit. Did you get that feeling there?
No, because I know I want shit. No, but when you're playing, and even in training in the games, I didn't care about Rafa what you thought, but I just didn't want to let
the teammates,
Steven Gerrard and Carragher, because I feel what they thought was higher than the manager. I thought he was important on the pitch, and I always look out for him, try and give him the perfect pass so he, not turn around and go, fucking give me here. I'll try and make it.
People feel like that towards him.
Right, other players, I'd just go, ping, deal with that. I want to give a, that's the kind of, aura he had and what he made players do around him.
Alonso as well.
What a player Alonso was. Alonso was he unbelievable?
Yeah, it was a dream in that era of football wingers was in. It was a dream to have him there because you would just put chalk on your boots and it will fizz it out to you. It's none of them bouncing balls if you've got a control of your elbow or your head in your back. It was just right in your foot, boom. And it was just...
Alonso was caviar, wasn't he?
Why do you think... You played majority of that season, didn't you?
I played every game apart from... No, not every game. It was only Premier League game. Anyway, I think it was only Pepe Reina who played more games.
Wow.
Outfield player was me.
Is it easier or harder playing for Liverpool or Birmingham?
A lot easier. Well, no. It's easy to play for Birmingham because of the expectations.
Yeah. But you play with better players.
Yeah, you play. Yeah, it's easier for you to play better for Liverpool, but it's easier being at Birmingham because if you play shit or average, and the expectations ain't as high where you've got to be 100% on song.
How do you think he's never when the league, Alonso, Gerrard and stuff, do you think they just know enough?
Was Torres at that time?
Yeah.
What was he like?
He was a goal machine of that year. Everything he touched just went in the back of the net. Yeah, it was a long
Torres
time.
was one of them ones, though, even if it hit off his shin, it would always land to him, wouldn't it?
It would the 50-50 man, innit? It would run into you, but wait, you, babe, so then come back in my path. Like pinball, but yeah, for you, Torres.
And Carragher was also saying Benitez when he said, didn't speak to
personal relationships.
No. Personal, it was the opposite of Steve Bruce.
But was he a genius? Was he?
He was more tactical, what players to bring on, when to make a substitution, to change things around, setup wise. It would get that more times right.
But I find, like you say, man management is so important. I find it so hard that a guy that's so standoffish has been so successful. So is he that good tactically that he doesn't need to be that man? Or has he got good assistant managers, good coaches that do that?
I think, he had great people around him. A guy called Paco, I forgot his surname. Paco, bold guy. Yeah. He was instrumental for Liverpool.
Was he?
The things he did, he was like the sports science, the advice he would give to Rafa, getting back into players' fitness and training things. He was like a massive right hand man, and when he left, that's when things kind of fell apart.
Do you know what? I've seen his name fucking do the shit. You're going to say there's Risa there. Do you know what I mean? Did Risa and Bellamy? Did they have a scrap before the Nou Camp game? The Barcelona game? Away. Was that an actual fight?
It was. Well, it wasn't a fight. It just got smacked with a 7-iron. But
that's unreal.
What, Bellamy scudded him? Did Bellamy hit him?
Yeah, I went into his room and just took it out on him.
Why?
Why with Argentina?
Because we was allowed out. One gaffer said, "Yeah, was in Portugal, warm weather training." So we went out. I went to this karaoke bar, and everyone's drinking. Reese was a bit pissed. Go on, Bellas, your turn. Get up. He wanted to just chill. No, I'm okay. John, leave me alone. come on, Bellis, get on there.
Picked the wrong guy,
Yeah, Bellis, you shit house. Bellis like, calm down. You're not so loud now, are you? Yeah, you're not, Bellis. I was like, all right, cool. We all thought we forgot about. So we all go back to the camp where all the rooms. And then he's sharing with Steve Finnan. Bellamy was. Steve said I was in bed and I just seen Craig Bellamy stand up and go in his golf bag and get a 7-iron. He goes, I'm thinking, what's going on here? It's 2 a.m.
Got the 2 balls off his ass.
It's 2 a.m. And then he's gone. So he's going on looking for Bellis. He's gone, doof, doof, doof. Robbie Fowler's answered the door.
Who was?
Robbie Fowler. Because of sharing.
What, Fowler was sharing with Risa?
Yeah.
It's a strange couple.
Yeah, so they're sharing. And then, was it Fowler?
Surely not.
No, sorry, it was Finnan with Risa and Fowler with Bellamy.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. So then Finnan's opened the door and Bellamy just barged through. You know what, the Craig? Barged through. And Reece is having a sleep and is going, what are you saying now? What are you saying now, John? I'm sorry. Do you want to do karaoke now, do you?
Is he crying? Is he crying?
Yeah, no, like screaming, not really crying, but like screaming, like And then we're in the room on the opposite side. Who was it? Some wrong-uns like having a like drink and still some stupidness. And then Rafa comes up and I come out sneaking
What was
into my
Rafa
room.
wearing?
Jammies.
Oh, yeah, some Spanish jammies, wasn't it? So then I've come out to sneak out, go back to my room. I'm with Crouchy. And then Rafa's gone, why are you always here? Why are you always in amongst it?
Up to you?
Yeah. Why are you the thick of everything? And then next day in training, I've had a team meeting. Everyone's around. It's like, look, we'll keep it in-house. You lot speak about it. You know, they both apologised. Reese's legs blew. And then he's obviously scored that goal, a massive celebration.
Oh man,
the goal swing.
Celebration after the hit.
I know. I'd be fuming.
So the Benitez
I'm like, mate, we celebrating here, yeah? I'd be raging.
So the Benitez no crack at Bellamy now?
No, I don't know if he got like a fine or
Fine, okay.
anything, but
Would it see like Carragher and Gerrard and stuff? Would they pull Bellamy up for that?
I read something the other day, but did you not hear that the other day about Gerrard pulling Bellamy after he said something to Kenny Dalglish? In a game once, Gerrard wasn't even in the squad. He says, I can't remember who was telling the story. Was it you?
no.
It was in the paper. Bellamy was going mad at Dalglish for not putting him on earlier, and Gerrard's came in and fucking went through Bellamy.
That's the thing, yeah.
That's class.
Steve would do that, and even though Bellamy's a hothead, you just wouldn't retaliate.
Nah.
You just wouldn't. You just like accept it. You know, I can remember he probably shouted at me probably a few times. I probably under my breath like fuck off.
Who's that, Gerrard?
But yeah, you don't. You know, if he goes at you, it's for a good cause.
So you would never just do it for the sake of it?
Yeah, not to be like one of them twats who just want to moan and show the authority. You'll do it for a reason. Because you're not pulling your weight, you've disrespected someone, or you yeah.
See that, after you beat Barca, did you go out in Barcelona that night?
No, we went back to the hotel, then we leave in the morning.
Straight,
Or we might even fly straight back after the game. Yeah, we'll fly straight back.
Was that the quarterfinals?
Yes, and then semi-finals with Chelsea.
You played both games, didn't you?
Yeah.
With Chelsea?
Was that the Barca team, proper Barca team?
Yeah.
Your Javis or not?
Yeah.
Were they frightening?
Yeah, it was a good team.
How did you beat them?
It's a great performance, we don't know. 2-1 we won.
Wow.
And then we had the Chelsea in the semi-final when that went to penalties.
Was that the ghost goal, no?
With the Lewis?
Aye, no.
No.
What was that? I can't remember that.
It was, we lost 1-0 at their place and we won 1-0 at ours and then it went to penalties.
But the rivalry between Chelsea and them was really big, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mourinho he was their manager.
Yeah.
That's right. But Benitez was also at it with Ferguson as well at that time, wasn't he? Remember with the facts, mad press conference?
Yeah. Obviously, Man U and Liverpool hate each other.
What are their games like?
I would say they're just as big as the derby, you know, just as big as the Everton game.
How is that?
Just as big, yeah.
Carragher said the Man United game was
Worse,
Worse, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it's violently worse.
Yeah.
It's that's right. It's violently worse, and then obviously it's more bragging rights that for the Everton Liverpool, but the violently worse Liverpool. Yeah, that game just goes off. Red cards, left, right, centre back then.
You see, everybody says it. Is that the best atmosphere at Anfield when you played Chelsea in the semi-final, a European night by far?
Yeah.
Was it
My own, that's what I guess what won us to get that tie because they was a good team. Lampard, Drogba,
SN,
Coley,
animals, mate.
Robin,
Carvalho,
Robin.
It was actually cold there then?
Yeah.
Did you show you up against him?
Yeah.
He was talking stuff during the match?
Yeah, because my best goal for Liverpool was against him.
Was it?
Yeah, because he came charging out to block it, and I've controlled it and just volleyed it.
I remember that.
That one, he was, and all through the game, it was killing me off. It was in my ear.
Was it?
Going, oh yeah, we've got a table book tonight, Jay. Fancy it. It was killing me off.
In the Champions League semi?
That was in the game.
game.
In the game I scored against, but in that Champions League semi, it was a proper just duel. It's like I didn't know him.
Just silence.
Yeah. There was no gameplay. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a tough game.
See the big games like Champions League semi-final, Man United games. Would you get nervous, or were you chilled?
Yeah. You'll get butterflies nervous all the way before, but then as soon as that whistle goes, that just disappears.
You're on it.
Yeah, and then you're just on it. But the build up, it's like.
But then players start 2 semi-finals, but did you not start the final?
Started the final.
You started the final?
Started the final.
Was that the Milan?
Second one?
Second Milan game, that's
2-1 we lost. But yeah, I started that one and got man of the match in that one.
When did you find out you were playing? How soon before the game does Benitez tell you that? The day before?
Was, because we went in, where did we go? I think it was in Turkey not Turkey, again, warm weather training for because it's going to be hot when we're playing Athens. And it was like a week before, because I think he wanted the players to kind of know to get their head right, rather than getting it sprung on you, and and the players who haven't been told, not with it. So he kind of told us 4 or 5 days before we've done the team shape, and you've got a good height there. When you're on Steven Gerrard's team,
you're in the team.
Yeah.
Mate, that's brilliant. See, the 4 days.
It was.
Did you get treated like kings?
Did you get
treated like kings when you're at Liverpool?
It was top of everything was amazing. Just going to sleep at night and waking up was like, oh, 1 day's gone. It was like a little kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more days left. 1 more day. And that last night, I can remember I got some new boots sent in from Nike, which had all the Champions League on it. And I just laid in the bath of them, naked, obviously in the bath, just my boots on.
Steve Bruce.
No. I just laid in the bath of them thinking, right, what am I going to do for this game tomorrow? Just picturing how I'm going to play.
That's legend.
Yeah.
How was he the days before with Rafa? Like you have a wee glass of wine with your dinner, or was it?
Nah,
nothing like that.
Nah.
Just on it.
We'll probably down the bar, play cards or something. But
how is he tactically wise? Would that be like the full 4 days leading up? Would Benitez be like, this is what we are doing, this is what they're doing?
Yeah, it would just obviously it'll be intense, but it will be no kind of preparation I've done to other games. But,
so it'd be the exact same as every other game?
Yeah, obviously with more detail and, going through certain tactics thoroughly rather than just, it was thorough, because it's a one big time game.
Did you sleep the night before?
I did, but I can remember this to this minute. You know when you sleep and your eyes are closed, but your mind's just working and your mind's just ticking and picturing the atmosphere, picturing what happens if you score, what you're going to do.
But did you get emotional though? Because you obviously, your upbringing and how some of the setbacks you had, did you think of that then when you were thinking, I'm going to be now playing the Champions League final?
Obviously, it was surreal at the time. I didn't think of that till later on. Yeah,
obviously, it's an achievement, mate.
It's mad because when you're playing for Liverpool, you just that's just one of my attribute or whatever. I just go with it. I don't think, oh my God, or I just think I'm at Liverpool and I'm normal. Yeah. It's one of the where
deserve to be here.
Yeah, and obviously the same with the Champions League final going through. It's like I think I took it for granted.
Yeah,
I just I changed Champions League final. I don't even have the shirt from that final. Yeah, my brother does that. My brother's got it.
What about the lineup when you're lining up, the music comes on?
That's even when I'm on radio. I turn out and I go, "This is the champions." That theme. You're walking out and you're just like,
place it up,
goosebumps here on your back of your neck just stands up.
Who was in that AC Milan team? That's Kaka, wasn't it?
Big team. Kaka,
Maldini,
Seedorf, Maldini,
Gattuso.
Inzaghi,
Was
Gattuso.
Shevchenko there?
I think he maybe just left that year.
Just
wasn't it?
left. I can't remember the fullbacks who I had, but Zambrotta.
What a player.
Yeah.
Nesta.
Dida.
Dida, goalkeeper, Brazilian goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Were they a joke?
Yeah, Nesta.
Were they a joke?
Yeah.
Did they talk? Did they try wind you up in it? And do you remember they
No.
were like, nah.
No.
Left back was the Czech boy.
Yes. Clue.
Long
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah. I've got a picture on my Instagram with him and Maldini trying to box me in.
Wow.
Picture that.
The only guy that was in that team that did not deserve to be there was fucking Ambrosini.
Yeah.
He was a dog.
He was lost in that team.
He was a dog.
He should have been playing for Regina.
Was that the...
They had Pirlo.
I remember Stuart Pirlo.
I know. He scored a goal as well. Pirlo as well.
Were they the better
Was
team?
he a joke when like?
Yeah, do you know what? It's one of the places where it's not like it was a speed merchant or anything like that. It was
just relaxed.
eloquent, like
Cash.
cash, bing, just them horrible. It was like a dart.
Yeah.
It was just round the corner. It's just
Were they the better team?
Not really. No. They scored 2 lucky goals, a massive deflection, and another deflection where Inzaghi scored. We was a better team.
How's that feel when the final whistle goes and you've been beaten it?
Yeah, it was.
Lowest point, like
It was horrible. Do you know? For me, it wasn't because I was so happy that I played in the Champions League final.
yeah.
And started, and all for me, it was a bittersweet moment. Amazing achievement for myself personally, and then obviously gutted to lose it. And I was just thinking after that, well, I know we lost it, but I played the Champions League final. Now I might be able to play for England, but I'm the only English player
Bizarre that,
to
innit?
play in a Champions League final and not play for the national team.
Why do you think that is?
Girls? I'd say that. No, off the field.
It was him, it was the England manager, wasn't it? Steve McLaren.
Yeah,
Fucking seen that there, mate, honestly. Seen it on the sheet. Somebody stitched this up with me, by the way. How many jinxes have you on this?
God.
But mate, honestly, you play all season, you get man of the match in the Champions League final, and
But
you jinx him.
is Bexley still kicking about at this stage?
don't think he
No, it was
Has he gone?
people's like Lennon, Sean Wright
Oh,
Phillips.
it's a disgrace, son.
Did they explain to you why?
No, I
That's
remember. I
shocking.
remember the next season. I was injured, and I was obviously in the director's box, and McLaren was there. And he just came over and said, "Yeah, Jermaine, we'll keep an eye on you. You're doing well. Keep going." So I thought, "Oh, that's nice," but nothing really
So never even a
materialised.
sniff, no,
Not even
like
a sniff, not even a
standby.
standby, not even a preliminary squad, nothing.
What do you think they was doing?
I don't know.
Did you have an idea of why?
It was just obviously, being to prison, drink driving. You've got to be.
Do you think that honestly does come in it?
Yeah, 100%. You've got to be.
Clean
There's
cut.
got to be not. John Terry was never a clean cut, but he didn't go to prison. He didn't get for drink driving. I think there's a certain aspect where you've got to be clean, but which personally I think is a bit shit because if you've got the ability to and you should be selected for your team and you deserve it, then you can't hold people back because of their past.
See, just before we go on for Liverpool, because you mentioned the guy's name that we never pulled up, I loved him. Do you remember how good Fowler was in his peak? Is that just before you?
I seen Fowler his second time he came round.
Mate, Fowler in his heyday was a shambles, wasn't he?
Yeah, he could. I can remember watching him in training and finishing. He just.
So see, even though he was kind of past at that age, was he still the best finisher at the club?
Oh yeah.
Was he?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Was he better?
Yeah.
Was he better than Leon? When Leon came through, different.
Tough, mate. Better, I'd say a better finisher, but Owen had the pace, didn't he?
Yeah. Owen had the pace, but I think finishing wise, Fowler was.
What kind of guy is he? Supposedly he's a madman on a night out.
He is
Somebody says he
yeah.
pisses on himself. Is that true?
Oh yeah, he did mine training once.
What, he pissed himself?
You're just sitting there, some night after training, you're laying on the grass chatting with him, actually, take your boots off. And he's got his 3/4 shorts on, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah. And I say to him, Robbie, I've got a story. He goes, what's this, Jay? He goes, yeah. When I was younger, I used to have Liverpool and I used to have you on the back of my shirt. And he went, laughing away. As I'm telling this story, I can see I can see piss all running down his leg. And I'm like, God, there was what are you doing? I just need to go, mate.
I love that shit, man. What a hero. Somebody says he used to do it at Cardiff one night, just sit And then when he was like ready to go home for a night out, he would just piss himself and walk up.
I won't put that past him.
Oh, what a hero, mate. I loved
funny.
Robbie Fowler. Had the wee hang across his nose. What a
So,
flip.
see, after that, did things start to change at Liverpool a wee bit?
It was the second season.
Why was that?
Midway, because I had double hernia. So then I had to have obviously an operation on that. But then we also found out that I had a small stress fracture in my shin. And they said, look, we can operate on that as well while we do your fibula. So it's all one. And that took probably to recover in total 3 months. And then when I came back, it was against Wigan. Rafa kind of rushed me like, yeah, are you fit to play? And I said, yeah. I probably needed a couple more weeks to, really get back to it. And I didn't have a great game. It wasn't shit, but it wasn't great. And then from then, I just dirt kite kind of went on the right. And I struggled to get,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Dirt kite?
Yeah, okay.
That's just been a shambles, isn't it?
Shambles.
Yeah, not one. You see the last time we done a good fucking Tommy Coyne and all, didn't I? Tommy Coyne.
Dirt kite's the worst one I've faced.
But you're a much better punter, right?
Yeah, I know. I said,
He's like, yeah, no.
Fucking right.
I wasn't.
He was in the one like the World Cup.
He's a dog,
He's
mate.
He was a dog. He's a right back playing right mid. Just tackled his
He's
finger.
just tackled him.
And I just struggled to get back in. Just struggled to get back in the team, and that's when I just started to lose my shit as well.
Well, so see, when you say lose your shit, as in what?
I will just go out. I'll be out.
Liverpool's good for
yeah, exactly. So them scouts.
Newsbar.
Newsbar it was, and then Mosquito.
Oh wow.
Afterwards, you go downstairs. Jesus Christ, felt like yesterday.
Who would you go with? I
was going with mates. Nah,
none of the boys on it.
Nah. Probably some of the young boys.
Oh, so who'd have been the young boys? Anyone?
Maybe Lee Peltier.
Oh, Peltier, great
Pelts,
guy. Played at Huddersfield and that.
Yeah,
he's a bit of a boy, a bit Liverpool, isn't he?
Yeah. So Pelts will go out with him. Some of us, some of my
Good
friends.
days.
So yeah.
And then Zara, I hate when English players go abroad.
Why is
I know you should do, but I don't know. I'd have preferred to stay in the Premier League.
I know, but I always think I feel that in Britain we never did it. But you look at in England, it's odd players from different countries come, but we don't seem to ever do that, do we? Even managers don't really.
Yeah, but who do you talk to, man? Like, you go to the dressing room, who are you speaking to, mate?
Yeah, I think it's just the bubble that we're in here. It's comfort, we're learning new language, new culture. It is difficult for some people, so they just prefer not to. Did
you find that, because the best thing for me playing full-time football was you go in the dressing room every day and it's a laugh.
Yeah,
and
that is
speaking to
boys,
people.
Yeah, that's the one thing I miss. I don't miss actually running around for 90 minutes, but I just do miss going in the changing room and having banter and seeing what stories coming out today. So when I went to Spain, there was a guy called Frank Songa who played in the Premier League as well, and he speaks fluent English. So I kind of just literally hung out with him, and he would communicate, do all my communicating.
How long were you there for?
I think for 1 year. Yeah, 1 year.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. The football was mega.
Is it?
Yeah, the football was good. I give it. Even when you're playing, then the bottom teams, they're still bopping it. None of that.
Stoked, none of that Stoked.
None of Then I have to came to Stoke and like, oh Jesus Christ, I need a brace.
Imagine Pulis La Liga.
The shots at these nipples. Is it a nice life out there?
Yeah. Nice weather all the time. Yeah, it's good.
Did you fall out with the manager there? Can you remember how you came back to Stoke?
Yeah, because I wasn't playing.
No playing.
Yeah, I wasn't playing. I think I did fall out with a manager.
Spanish.
Yeah. So I used to go to Barcelona all the time, which was unreal.
Oh, Barcelona.
Yeah, and I missed training, didn't I? Because I was steamboat. We had training that day, so I got the train back, but I was never going to make it in time. So I've phoned the club doctor and said, "Oh, I'm sick. So we sent someone round to the house. By this time, I'm still on the train. It's buzzing away. And I'm on the train, like, so he's gone, told the manager, like, no one was in. So then when I've got in, I phoned the doctor and says, oh, sorry, I passed out. I was sleeping. I didn't hear the bell. Do you want to come back round now? And he went, no.
Didn't get the bell.
No.
Let it come back.
Yeah, that happened. Then, obviously, in August, there was the closing party in September of Marbella.
Oh.
So,
How far are we talking you are from Marbella?
it's a flight, obviously, but it's only like an hour, 45 minutes. So then, I've made up a story. Because they had me in for 2 days. Because I think I was injured. So I made up a story saying, I've got to go back to UK. I've got property that's getting sold. I need to sign some documents, but I need to be there. Give me 2 days off, please. Kicked physio. I said, I can't. I started getting angry. And then the general manager came in and said, what's up? I goes, I need to get back. I've got business to sort out. You're going to cost me a lot of money, please. Okay, come back. Flew to Marbella. Me not thinking,
They're going to check them.
you're in Spain, you play for a Spanish team, there's going to be press, you're not, you know, what were you thinking? But obviously, I don't know, I thought they wouldn't check. So they checked that I wasn't in UK, and they knew I was in Marbella. I was being spotted coming out with a bird here and a bird here, and then beads around your neck. And so I was supposed to go back. My boys were staying in a hotel and they all left me because they were going back to England, and I was getting a flight to Zaragoza, which I missed. I come and waking up from my room about 8 a.m. I woke up and I had a mouthful of food still.
Oh, been a night before.
So I've got back to the room, had food and just gone. I woke up, I was like a hamster. Like I had food in my pot, I was minging. So anyway, I didn't make it to training. They found out that I lied. Then they fined me a month's wages.
A month?
1 month, which I don't even know if was legal.
I thought 2 weeks was the max, innit?
Out there, they fined me a month.
Oh, that's a hard month, Hannah.
130,000 euros.
Oh,
Yeah.
Worth it, wasn't it, for a couple of days in Marbs?
I had a great time, though, I'll tell you that.
But what was one of the after parties that you met Tony Pulis in Marbs?
The flip-flops and that one, didn't he?
No, that was
Got to come to Stoke, lad. Running
so
bottles like that, Tony Pulis as well.
Yeah, and then that was the kind of, you know, I didn't like it. Then I just said, look, let's
Up
get
to
back
Stoke.
to England. Yeah, up to Stoke.
Why Stoke again? Do you know, look at clubs and think, well, that suit me now, but it actually did in the end suit you, but at first you know, but
I just
Do I want
wanted
to go
to.
to Stoke?
I just wanted to go back to UK. I thought it's on loan, so I thought it was a window opportunity. If you get back, go Stoke, rip it up. Contract ends with Zaragoza, and you can sign. That was that idea. But then I done well, and Stoke put in an offer and signed a 3-year deal there.
Oh, brilliant.
me, Tony, what is he actually like?
He's all right. He's okay. I just, you know, I think
You get mixed reports, didn't you, about Tony Pulis?
Yeah, I think he's like Marmite.
Was Michael in there at Stoke with you?
He came. Yeah, Jonathan Woodgate was there.
Some players in it.
Yeah, Owen came, but
That.
yeah, Delat was all. He was.
What was he? What was the dressing room like? Was that a good dressing room?
It's a mix,
It was
a big
yeah.
mix, that, innit?
Woody's a nutter. He's funny. He's a character. So the dressing room was
Was
good.
it split like as in like sort of
The big
Delat
cars.
and Whitehead and like the little losers?
Delat would just be Delat. He was just like you know, everyone just ignored him. Yeah, he just you know, just Delat. He didn't really have too much to say, and he just you know, like oh yeah, Rory.
Yeah. What would think would obviously Pulis is meant to be quite fiery. Would he take on the big hitters as well, or would he kind of leave?
Oh
it?
yeah, he didn't care.
Would he really?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
I love that about him, man.
Yeah. He would have a go at anyone.
He's not pulling on up.
Huh?
He's not pulling Michael on up. Tony Pulis, is he?
No, he didn't really.
Did he play?
The thing is, then players like that didn't really do anything to deserve to be, you know,
Yeah.
pulled up or have a go at. There was. You know,
Did they ever have a wee go at you?
Oh yeah, so, yeah, massive go.
Did he?
Yeah.
For what?
Girls?
Because I was girls. No, because I was. It killed my move to go to Leeds. Because I wasn't playing at Stoke. Shotton was playing, and I was why I have no idea. And then who was the manager at Leeds at the time? Warnock. Warnock.
Hero.
Yeah, I love him. It's so funny.
Uh-huh.
So
Did he phone you? Did you actually speak to him?
I think I did speak to him. I said, I'd love to come. Yeah, because I think you do well for us. Get you back up and get you some playing time. Get you back. He said, amazing. Agent spoke to him. I think they kind of agreed a deal with Stoke. And then a week later, or a week prior to it all being finalised, Tony's pulled it. So I've gone, why? He goes, spoke to Sky, my agent, says, I'm thinking of using him now. I want him involved. All right, then. Great. Yeah, all right, sweet. Next game comes along. I think I'm going to be involved. You're in the stand.
I just did.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
Lost my shit. Gone into training. He's gone. Don't you come anywhere fucking near me.
Was this in front of everybody?
No. It was when I came out of the changing, the medical room. To go and train with the team. Don't want you anywhere near me. You're not coming near this team. F off. Go and train with the kids. And I went, I don't want to come in here anyway. I just chugged up. And then I had to go and train with the kids for about a week. And pre-season, I was with the kids. Fuck. Yeah.
And was that you done at Stoke after
And that was that. Yeah, that was that.
You should have just let you go to Leeds, innit?
That's what I mean. I know. Proper tit. And then Mark Hughes came in next season. And we got a new deal with the owners. It was the owners who loved me. Tony Scholes and Peter.
His dad, Scholes' dad.
Tony Scholes and Peter Coates. Or Peter Scholes or whatever.
That's right, I think you're right, Peter
Coates.
Coates.
Coates. And then they was one who liked me and who kind of forced it upon Mark. It wasn't Mark signing.
Sparky. You said he's the worst manager you've ever had.
Yeah.
In what way? Just a weirdo?
Just a weirdo. I think it was all about him. And the training he would make us do afterwards. It was like we're getting punished. Not playing.
You got beat, you'd run.
Stuff like that. And after getting running, I was like, oh man. Just didn't want me.
So did you have an altercation with him as well?
I didn't really have an altercation. I was one with his assistant. Bowen. Yeah, that's what I had an altercation with. I was in training and was having a five-a-side and I was just literally, when the first team have played and you feel like an absolute spare part. You're just like, ugh.
The worst thing.
He's going, come on, give it. I'm like, fuck off, mate. This is shit. I fucking should be playing on a weekend, not in this bullshit. I was like, and then after that, I came in on the Friday. The manager wants to see you. And he goes, right, the option that we've got on you, I'm not going to take it. I was like, I was like, January is it? What do I do now?
Oh, amazing.
I didn't expect it to happen. I had a 2-year deal with a court clause in January.
Oh, do you think Mark Hughes, when he comes in, it's almost if he's made his mind up already before?
Yeah. Because as I came in, and the deal was agreed, it was like kind of asking, so what's happened in your situation now? How comes we've re-signed you? What? And I said, look, we just fell out with Tony Pulis. That was it. I just thought I should be playing. I'm playing Ryan Shotton, which is nowhere near as good as me. And he goes, okay. And he goes, just talking. But again, he's already made up his mind from even my past. Yeah. Even past. He just see me as one kind of player, no matter what I did.
Who did he play ahead of you?
Walters.
Oh, big strong boy.
Yeah.
What was the one you said you scored a free kick one week and then the next week you're on a stand again?
Yeah, it was against West Ham. Yeah, I came on at 75 minutes, 5 minutes to go, scored the winner. And he's all, after the game, high five, arm around me. I do a bit of running afterwards. Okay. Because I've only played like 25, 30 minutes, so I do a bit of running, then the next couple of games, just not involved.
See, at that stage, mate, are you starting to think my career's now coming near the end?
Yeah, I thought, still not 30. Okay, look, if it's not working, I've got abroad.
Oh, but you weren't 30 at this point?
No, I was 30, by 32, wasn't I? 32, so I was still
quite young.
Yeah, I still could do it. It was 2014. So what's that? 7 years. So yeah, 31. There you go. So I was 31. So I thought, well, if this don't work out, and maybe abroad, let's get a big payday in China or something like that, or Dubai, and
Was it India you
And
went
then
to?
Singapore as well.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, it was just it was shit. It was a good experience. They loved it. It was like the IPL, the cricket. Just exactly the same format, but just football.
So you only play like a certain amount of games, innit?
Seven games, but
games.
twice, home and away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Were
And
you good with your doing that? When you're playing, were you good with your
Was I just went on. No. Obviously, I bought a load of properties, but some of them good, some of them bad.
Some career though, eh?
But this,
Mate, you see the names that he's played with? When you think about it?
unbelievable. But did you go to Billericay? What is it? How do you say that?
Billericay.
Billericay.
How did you go?
This was a real low point. Not the fact it was Billericay, the fact that you're playing with Jamie O'Hara.
Yeah, that's the lowest point. Are you watching this, Jamie?
Oh, he'll watch us, don't worry about that. Well, he's a good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, it's good. He's got banner. He loves it.
What was it about?
Don't worry, I'm not saying anything. I know your missus might say, "Hey,
That Billericay looked mental for, didn't it?
So that must have been a low point. Right?
Why did you? Was it for the money? Be honest.
Simply for the money. They was paying equivalent to League Poo. Yeah, they was paying this, and they were below conference too.
Yeah.
So it was just unheard of. The wages that they was paying was unheard of.
What's the wildest thing you seen there?
I couldn't believe what I was seeing and what I heard. So we're getting ready for the game. And I look over and he's like this. Because in the dugout you have like a wall so you can rest, and what's the thing is, and he's like this. He's got his glasses on, and I'm thinking, he's been on the absolute razzle.
He's struggling.
This is our gaffer, and he's just like not even looking at the game. Yeah. And all I can think in my head is, world's greatest. No.
Were you there when he sung that?
Yeah. He's a fruitcake.
So you had no idea that he was going to come in? When do you realise that he's going to?
Well, obviously it was a big thing when he first ever done it, and I thought, just a one-off game. And then, when I think our first game, he comes in with like a notepad, and he's going, "Get round, boys!" Real Essex. Oh yeah. And he's going, "We are the lions. They are the prey. We are the kill for your families." And I'm thinking, fucking hell, we going to war.
And then he starts singing the song.
And then it goes, right, get right now. And then it goes to the audio guy, presses play on this like jukebox. I mean, get right now, close your eyes. I want to see you coming from the gut, from the arts. I'm looking around thinking, is this all right? I look at Conch is like giggling.
Who's that, Konchesky?
Paul Konchesky's giggling. I look at Jamie like going, everyone starts bawling it out, singing it. I don't even know the words here. World's greatest. No. And I'm just thinking, wow, I've gone from Champions League final to Rafa Benitez to singing R. Kelly.
Would you ever go at like the big hitters that you, O'Hara?
Yeah.
That must have been tough for you.
It was, mate. It was. You know, when I remember in training, it was like one game, because he had such like stars in that team for that league.
Yeah.
Ex-pros, me, Jamie O'Hara, Konchesky, Kevin Foley, who used to play at Wolves.
That's right.
Yeah. So we had, some ex-pros, youth academy strikers, and because he wasn't beating teams 5-0, 6-0 a game, most times he would, but would get a 1-0 or 2-0 there because it's just the way football is. It would come in and go, right, to the strikers, you shit, I'm going out looking for a noob here. And then sometimes they go to me and goes, you didn't score today. I goes, well, yeah, I know, mate. He goes, yeah, but I need more.
So you scored every game.
So I'm thinking, I'm playing centre mid, bro. I said,
He's just got to go.
yeah. He goes, I pay you a lot of money. I'm thinking, yeah, but I get the ball. I play a nice pass for that guy to then pass the ball for a goal. Yeah, but I need you to score. I'm thinking, this is not Championship Manager. You're not playing on your PC. I make things work for him for that goal to happen. I'd have had to do this, do that to play him in. You know what I mean? But because I'm not scoring, I'm fine. It's like, I was like, oh.
He's a big boy, so I don't know if I'd argue back with him, man.
Yeah, he's a bit of a unit. He's a bit
But honestly, what a career. How do you look back at it, mate? Like, do you feel like you've achieved so much? Do you feel you could have maybe even better?
I feel, you know, without, if you take some of the misdemeanors away, I think, I probably could have gone on a bit better, but at the same time, from where I came from to get out of, to reach what I did, to me it's successful, but it could have been better. But, you know, told the grandkids and the kids, and, you know, I'm happy.
What's the highest point Champions League final?
Signing for Liverpool and playing the Champions League Cup final. That was definitely, you know, something that would always stay with me. And obviously getting the final for the FA Cup with Stoke, you know, we made history with them.
You said to go up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Kevin Jones scored that?
Yeah.
So I'm running that, mate.
Who was that against?
Yeah, semi-final, 5-0. 5-0 Bolton.
Bolton, right, yeah.
So I'm running that,
mate. And then who beat us in the final?
Man City, wasn't it?
Man City, 1-0. But that, we got into Europe, first time in their history. And it was a good experience. Played at Valencia. You know, that was...
so you were putting sun cream on Tony Pulis' back, weren't you?
Yeah.
In the hot weather.
That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Want to do it
So
right
you're
or something?
being too rough,
Get bumped after it.
plans?
So you're no want to go back in. You don't want to go into coaching or anything, do you, mate?
I think, you know, I might, later on in life, I might try and do the coaching badges and we'll see them. But right now...
Media?
Media. I prefer that. You know, I think I'm better talking about my experiences in football and stuff like that rather than...
So what did you do, TalkSport?
Yeah, doing a bit of talk.
Well, Hannah?
Yeah, well, he's got his Friday show, but he's now gone to Drive. But we used to do Friday on 7 till 10, which was banter. He would just give me stick, I'd give him stick. I'd tell him how shit he was.
Would you criticise? Are you the type that will go in and be honest and criticise players, or you know?
I mean, if it's criticise, if it's right to, I would say, we shouldn't. You know, of course. You know, it happened to me in my day. Like, you know, let the tables turn, have a bit of that.
Amazing, mate. Jermaine
Can I just, who was the, I would love to say, who was the hardest player you played against? Or...
Still that.
Ashley Cole.
100% record against this man, innit?
Ashley
Put him
Cole.
in the League Cup. Ashley Cole, yeah.
What
Ashley Cole.
about, see, did you play against Messi in La Liga?
Yeah.
Did he, somebody said to me, honestly, boys told me when he played against Messi, he didn't run. After
Just
the ball
stands.
just stands a bit.
Yeah, well, we played him first time at their place. We lost 6-1. We just took the piss. And then when they came to Zaragoza, we lost 4-2, but he scored an hat-trick. Thierry and we played for them at that time.
And did he speak to you?
Yeah, so I went into their dressing room. Thierry standing in the entrance, and I go, TT. I go, yeah. Lewis, he called me his stupid nickname. And then I look over, and Messi sitting on the bench with his top off. And honestly, you'd think he's a little infant.
No way.
He looks like an infant. He's obviously a little tank, but he looks like an infant.
So small.
And then even Thierry, I shit you not. Thierry went to me. It's a joke, isn't it? That's it. He's unbelievable, isn't it? He said, that's coming from a legend of Thierry Henry. To say that he's something else is...
Wow. Was Pep the manager then?
Hey,
That would have been argued Henry was Pep, wasn't it? Yeah. What a story to end on.
What when I
Jermaine Pennant,
unbelievable.
what is it? Thank you. What a guy.